Hello, my name is Michael Jolton. I'm with NIMBL, an SAP integrator based in Denver, Colorado, and I'm going to provide you with a brief demonstration of the analytical power of SAP's S/4HANA Cloud. Because S/4HANA Cloud is built on the dynamic in-memory HANA database, it can take full advantage of its real-time capabilities, and it's some of this power that I want to demonstrate. By way of example, I'm going to bring up the order-to-cash performance overview app, something a sales manager might use. So I see the launch pad here for someone who's in sales, and here's my order-to-cash performance overview app. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. You can see here I have multiple pre-built data visualizations to help me evaluate multiple sales order KPIs, sales order per month, invoices per month. I can look at sales order totals and item totals, delivery totals, billing lead time, and that sort of thing. So great deal of KPIs to look at. Beyond that, I have the ability up here to use some standard filters to look at sales orders by sales office or distribution channel. I also have the ability to create a custom view, and I wanted to be able to filter based on the name of the customer. So I'll go ahead and click here on name of customer. And in this case, I want to take a look at the Toys for You customer. I'll type that in, click on the plus sign here, hit OK, and you can see my values are going to adjust dynamically to just those for Toys for You. So I'm going to go ahead and clear that back out, and everything will adjust back to all of my sales orders. So now I want to take a look at this sales orders per month and drill down into this a little bit. This looks, a little jumpy in there. So I'll go ahead and click on that, and that's going to bring up basically the same graphic, but much bigger. Not a lot of news here, but I can add an analysis step to look at the data in a different way. So I'm going to take a look, and I'm going to say, you know what, I want to take a look at orders by customer. I'm going to look at the totals by customer, and I'll get a stacked bar chart here, which lets me know Cost Club is my #1 customer, and so on down. So I could see here maybe, well, if I'm looking at this dip over here that I had in November, going back to that first chart, this might help me decide who we should be selling more to. So that's one way to look at the data. That's a start, but maybe I don't want to think that everyone stopped buying in November. So I'm going to create another view here, and I'm going to go and look by customer, but I'm going to look by customer over the year by month. This is going to give me another line chart because I'm looking at multiple customers. I can see that virtually every customer had a dip in November. And so that tells me one of many things, but certainly gives me some ideas to start looking at. One might be that I have a seasonality issue, and I need to talk to my marketing department about seasonality. The other question, though, might be, you know what, I created a lot of orders here in October, and maybe there's some kind of processing lag that's happening in November or so on. So maybe I want to take a look at the process steps. So another pretty cool tool we have to do that is opening up the aggregated process activities. that gives me this process map that I can look at. I'm at too far, this is the entire process, but I'm a little too far out to see the names of the processes. So I'm going to drill up a little bit, and I can see now each of the different processes I've got. Create order, the order is ready, create delivery, etc. Here I've got apply the billing block and remove a delivery block, remove a billing block, etc. So those are my different processes, and I'm looking at just total numbers here, total order numbers here. But instead of that, maybe I want to look at my lead times. And that can help identify bottlenecks. So what I'm seeing is I definitely have a bottleneck when it comes to applying a billing block. That's an hour and 45 minutes to make that happen. But then if I want to remove blocks, I'm seeing 34 days to remove a delivery block. If I click on here, I'm seeing 68 days between applying a billing block and removing that billing block. So that tells me that there's a few, or that the exception processing is where I could have a real issue. So as you can see, this overall view gives me an entirely different perspective, and it does make me wonder what we can do to address this November issue. I'm going to shift gears a little bit now, and I'm going to go back and look at I'm going to shift gears now, and I'm going to go back and look at my sales order fulfillment issues, so I can analyze the issues. And I see from the dynamic tile here, some of the customers that have, or my top 3 customers with issues is already on top there. So I know I've got a fair number of issues outstanding. The chart opens up with this bubble chart by customer. That's not really very helpful to me. I want to look at the issues by issue, or issue type, if you will. So I'll go ahead and click on that. And what I get is shipping issues in delivery. I've got 106 of those. I've got 184 delivery blocks in the sales order. I've got 227 billing blocks. I've got 602 delivery issues. So using the Pareto principle, let's go ahead and start with where most of my issues are, and we'll look at the delivery issues. This is great from an analysis standpoint, but I promised you more than analysis. I promised you insight to action. And so I'm going to go down here and go to Resolve Sales Order Issues. And as this screen is pulling up, what I see up at the top here is a true business process monitoring setup. I've got a total of 1,422 issues. I've got 1,259 that are in order, 49 in supply, 106 in delivery, and 8 in invoice. And if I click on any one of these, it's going to bring down this list to just those orders. So again, looking at the Pareto analysis, let's go to where I've got my biggest problem, which is in the order. And what you can see now that I've clicked on that is all of these are in order issues. And I know that I've got a lot of delivery issues. So I'm going to jump to this issue with Hypercom, where I've got a delivery issue. And I'll just highlight that and then click on that. That opens up the actual delivery issue for me to see. And what I can see here is the item is, there's an item pending for delivery creation. So I can go on down to my overdue items and click on this, creation of delivery pending. And I can get the details about the 7 pieces that were requested. I can see nothing's been delivered. So I'm going to go ahead and create that delivery. And SAP S/4HANA Cloud was smart enough to know that was the nature of this problem and giving me that opportunity to fix it from here. I can see already my issue is solved. So I can head back to my sales order fulfillment issues screen. And remember, before we had 1,259 issues in order. I will go ahead and refresh that screen and see now I have 1,258 issues outstanding. So as you can see, S/4HANA Cloud brings the full strength of HANA and its in-memory database to improve business analysis and truly enable insight to action. Thank you for watching.